Hey everyone, welcome back to part 8 of the Breath of Fire 2 tutorial. In this part of the tutorial, I will be covering the post-Joker section to Terrapin, the 4 party formation mechanics, and some additional mechanics relevant to this section. If you like this guide, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to watch my runs or be alerted when more tutorial videos drop. Let's get started. After the Joker fight, make your way back through the dungeon to the entrance. The fights in this area are now trivialized since Nina can one-shot enemies with one of her 2 attacks. Use a smoke once you get into the basement and use the menu to heal up your party. Once you leave the Joker hideout, use a smoke on the overworld roughly near the Joker hideout entrance. Start making your way back towards Tag Woods. You will want to use a smoke again by this sign. Instead of going up the cliff to Tag Woods, make your way west past the woods to head to Windia. Once you go down this cliff, however, you will see new enemy formations. On screen are the new enemies you will see in this area. Many of these encounters are quite dangerous, and I would recommend being strategic about your attack targets. Typically, Nina will put out roughly 50 damage on all the enemies here, so you can calculate around that. I would encourage the use of bush resets in this area as much as you can. Dragonflies are the first enemy in the run with the Egg Beater move, which is a double attack, so be cautious about that. Use a smoke roughly at the top right side of the lake around here. Finally, make your way across the bridge and you will be in Windia. One point of caution, encounters at the left side of the bridge to Windia will be in the next section of the world map with harder encounters, just be aware of that. Talk to the guard behind the bars and he will let you into the castle. This small area can be a little confusing, so I've put a map on screen to help guide you through this area. You will occasionally get dialogue from Mina to let you know you are going the right way. Once you get to these set of stairs, you will get a small cutscene of dialogue before being kicked out of the castle. Buffer down once you gain control of the party to start the next cutscene for a 1.5 to 2 minute break. This cutscene recruits Sten into the party, who will be a nice asset for the next 20 minutes of the run. Sten is your second fastest party member and has a glitched moondrop weapon from back in hometown at the first shop. Sten is stronger than Nina, so he is now your strongest party member. He also has a decent amount of armor at this point, so he is your second sturdiest character after Ryu. Sten has the unique overworld ability to clear distances across gaps where there are 2 poles, with an immediate use case right outside of Windia town to allow you to go back to Corsair, hometown, and etc. Recruiting Sten will also give you a full party heal. Once you have gained control of the party, make your way to the weapon shop on the left edge of town. We are going to perform a glitch here and require Ryu in the first slot to give a moondrop weapon to Rand. Like we did in Corsair Shop, select the sell menu and select the 6 urchins but don't sell them. For this shop, use the longsword and turbo to get a few instances of the glitch, shown by a 2 in the background UI. The item you use for the glitch will sell for a significant amount on this shop and cover expenses in the near term after death warps, since you lose 50% of your money on every death warp. After you exit the shop, enter the menu and swap Ryu and Nina's positions. This is important since we are about to do another switch glitch. In the sell menu, you will select the 4 worms this time. For the rest of this shop, switch the longsword onto Ryu, bronze shields onto Ryu and Sten, glass rings onto Kat, Nina, Sten, holy robe onto Nina, and chainmail onto Ryu, Kat, and Sten. Then use the chainmail on Ryu to do the glitch. This will place a vanilla extract weapon on Jean, who is an upcoming party member. You can leave the shop and Windia now that you have finished the second glitch. On the overworld, menu for a smoke. You can alternatively enter the circus tent for an encounter reset. In the menu, swap Ryu and Nina's positions and then swap Kat and Sten's positions. This is to make use of the 4-person party formation bonuses shown on screen. Since Nina and Sten have glitched weapons, they will get the most damage in these slots while Ryu eats most of the hits. Use your smoke to finish the menu, then head west to Capitan. This section of the overworld has new enemies shown on the screen. These encounters aren't necessarily dangerous like the last overworld area, but are frustrating in their spell animations being long. The K-Goblins can also drop a gold, so keep track if that drops so it can save you time later. I recommend going into Scramble for this area just to get good damage output from Sten. If you find any bushes in your path to Capitan, make use of those for the encounter reset. Use a second smoke roughly here since there will be a good stretch before you reach the town. For first runs, raise anyone who dies from an encounter for run safety, but Ryu would be the least important person to raise if you want to be conservative on resources. Once you are in town, I would raise and heal the entire party, then enter the well. You have some minor dialogue before you are attacked by the Creon. The Creon enemy has 280 HP and can egg beat her as well. The turn order in this battle is Cat, Sten, Creon, and then either Ryu or Nina next, where it will depend if Nina got a level on the way to Capitan. I recommend that you have Ryu defend and attack with Sten, Nina, and Cat. If Sten gets a first attack crit, then he can kill the Creon before it gets a turn, otherwise Nina will finish it off. After the fight, mash Turbo A to pick the first option when talking to Ray and avoid losing time. After following Ray, continue up to the next room. You will want to ride the turtles across platforms and make your way to the island with the kid. In the middle island is another Creon. This Creon can be skippable. Creon skip is an RNG dictated skip where if you are able to avoid being on the cardinal tile adjacent to the Creon, you will not be forced into an encounter. The Creon movement occurs randomly based on a few program values, hence the RNG portion. So ultimately, to get the skip, you want to get off the first turtle and hope that he doesn't move onto the tile left of you before you can move up. Then you want to wait until the next turtle arrives before you move onto it, hoping the Creon doesn't move right during your movement. If you get into a fight with the Creon, however, use the same strategy as the previous one. When you get to this island with the kid, talk to the kid immediately to start the Terrapin fight. It is important to talk immediately to the kid and mash quickly so you don't miss the turtle cycle after the boss fight. Terrapin is a straightforward fight, but a jump in difficulty from the previous bosses. Terrapin has 1300 HP and 4 different moves he can do. He can mind control a random party member to attack any party member, including the mind controlled one. He can launch an orb at a single random party member, do a fire breath that hits the entire party for 24 to 39 HP, or he can do an earthquake that hits the entire party based on their defensive stats. The turn order for this fight is the same as the Creons: Cat, then Sten, then Terrapin, then Ryu Nina. Cat being the first in the turn order allows her to drop single heals on Sten and Nina as needed. Also, we can use the Moondrop weapons as an item in emergency situations. You can do this by entering the item menu for Sten or Nina and pressing up to observe their current equipment and select the item to be used. The Moondrop is a party-wide heal that can also raise dead members, so this will be good when the party gets hit with the multi-target abilities. I advise that since Sten and Nina are your heavy hitters for this fight, you should be attacking with them and defending with Ryu and Cat for the most part. Have Cat use Help BLs on Nina or Sten if they are hit, or Life PL if they are killed, most commonly when either is mind controlled. This way, if you are unlucky and you want to be safe, you can also use Nina's Moondrop after healing her to ensure the party is alive for the next turn. You should prioritize survival for this fight, but since there will be a death warp afterward, you could optimize to have your party kill the boss with low HP. For this reason, I suggest tracking his HP to know when he will die. After you kill him, buffer down movement so that you can immediately get on the turtle to make the first cycle. This will conclude part 8 of the tutorial. Part 9 will cover the section after Terrapin up to Nemafu's tower and the party swap mechanics. Thank you for watching and be on the lookout for the next video.